morning, everyone, and welcome back to another conversation with Project D.A.W.N. And today I'm really excited to be joined by Dr. Kutemba, who is joining us part of the growing faculty behind Project D.A.W.N. Project D.A.W.N, as everybody knows, is a Pan-African initiative focused on building real satellites capability through university and students across the continent, moving from theory into actual system. Dr. Kutemba, it is such a pleasure to have you with us today. Welcome. So, to start us off, can you share a little bit about yourself, your background, your work that you're doing, including your connection with University of Zambia?
Thank you very much, Valerie, for having me. Thank you for this opportunity to just sit and chat to you over the space science ecosystem. And it's really a great honor for me to be nominated to join the faculty of Project D.A.W.N. So, yes, I am a Zambian, based in Zambia. So I am a chemical engineer. I grew up on the Copperbelt province of Zambia, so with a lot of mining activities around surrounding. And I think for me, what attracted me to do chemical engineering is the beauty of it being cutting as it cuts across. It's a cut across kind of a field where you can design processes anywhere. So to me, that was something that was exciting. So I did my degree was actually sponsored by the mining industry then, and did my first degree in the United Kingdom. I then came back and worked in the mines. So you see how I've transitioned over time from industry. So started in the mining industry, ended up doing my master's in South Africa. In fact, I moved from one mine to another because the second mine, the latter mine, encouraged studying. So that was my passion. And I think for me, I didn't want to remain in that space for too long because it becomes monotonous due to this. It's the same process. All you're doing is optimizing, improving efficiencies. So I moved to the second mine to just have me, make use of the opportunity to study. So I did my master's. I came back in the mines for a bit. Then I transitioned into a research and development institution. So already from industry to research and development. And the beauty of this institution and industry, I'm currently working at the National Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research. I am acting deputy director for research and development. I think for me, it's been an exciting transition because it's one space where you're bringing in and backing any technologies with science, but also bringing in the aspect of it being applied in the industry. And being a public research institute, there's also the linkage to policy. So the ministries, and you're able to see how the three interact and are intertwined. And so our connection as the National Institute for Scientific and Industrial Research to, for example, the University of Zambia, the academic side of things, is that we collaborate on different platforms. We collaborate in research. So we have MOUs standing with the University of Zambia. But we also are helping, just one example, helping the Institute establish an AI hub because the National Institute, and yes, we are currently housing a mining technology hub that's been established. It's a Pan-African initiative established between the Ministry of Science and Technology and the United Nations Development Program. So this is a hub where it's Pan-African, as I've said. So trying to get young people in Africa to innovate in the mining space, the whole mining value chain, and at the end of the day, come up with successful startups. So it's a very interesting environment we're in right now. So a lot of linkages that places our institution with industry. We produce prototypes that need to be commercialized. So bringing the aspect of industry, but also solving the societal needs and advancing the economy. So it's a very exciting place to be in, and I've enjoyed the journey so far. Yes.
I love it. Very impressive background. And obviously, I did a little bit of digging into your work, and I'm truly honored that I'm speaking to you right now. Your work spans scientific research, consulting, climate change, to name a few, um, climate change mitigation at a national level. How do you think these roles connect, and what drives your focus in space? in this space?
Yes. So I think as we have earlier stated, the social, economic, environmental, all are intertwined. And I think for a country, any country to be sustainable, we have to address all these aspects. And so for me, it's also been an exciting journey to see that even as I sit on this, as I co-chair the designated national authority that's reviewing all climate change projects in Zambia, you can see the development in terms of us as a country trying to coordinate and ensure that whatever is being done, projects being done are being documented, whatever emission reduction potentials are being recorded so that at a national level we're able to report very accurate results. I think
I
it's
love
been
that.
very interesting. Yes, it's been, yeah. So I think for any nation to develop, you need to address the societal, the environmental, and the economic needs. So that has been the connection. Yeah.
I love it. From your perspective, Dr. Kutemba, what are some of the biggest opportunities for innovation and development in Africa today?
Yeah. I think Africa is well endowed with a lot of natural resources, its minerals,
Absolutely.
its land, it's a youthful population. And I think there's great potential and opportunity for Africa itself to move away from just producing these different products at its lowest form, but add value to them. So I think there's a lot of opportunity which can create jobs, which can advance our economies by just adding value to some of these products, as it will increase the profitability, the economic value, and just drive our economies and industries. So
Mhm.
I think there's space and opportunity for us to add value, whether in the many minerals we have, there's so many uses for them. And some applications will also end up in the space science ecosystem, the different materials being used to develop, for example, the microsatellites. So there's a lot of room and opportunity for Africa to add value to its products.
I love what he said about like it's a youthful population. There's something to be said about that for sure. I'm curious about this. What drew you into Project Dawn and what inspired you to join Project Dawn and how do you see its role in shaping research opportunities for students and institution, especially for University of Zambia?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Valerie. So for me, I think Project Dawn is one of the few examples that you have of transforming and translating research into actuality. So it's
I love that.
transforming that theory into practice. And I think some of these spaces and areas of research have seemed far-fetched for Africa. But looking at how Project Dawn approaches it, we are not. I
Mhm.
think what we are. Project Dawn is starting at looking at how you can start from designing, you then actually make the product and you implement it. And I think for me, it's the issue of contextualizing everything. It's doing it for Africans, for solving of African problems. And so that aspect of for example, the young people at the University of Zambia, getting them not just to do their courses for the sake of passing, but it's giving them that skill, capacitating them with those skills that will actually make them globally competitive. I think one issue and aspect I've also liked about Project Dawn is that we are, yes, Africans, but we live in a global village. And so
Absolutely.
yes, if we capacitate students to end up working elsewhere in this Florida space science spaces, I think that's a plus for us. And so this contribution of Africans to Africa itself, but the whole world, for me, is really something that gladdens me and something I would like to see, because it shows that we'll be able to compete at that global stage, and we can also contribute to the world at that global stage. So that's my goal. Yeah.
I love that when you said that it's, Project Dawn definitely bridges the gap because it's a little bit far-fetched, but it's actually not far-fetched because these opportunities are here, and I love that the gap is definitely a lot smaller. And you've actually answered my last question for you. And I would like to hear it from you again. What kind of impact do you hope for Project Dawn will have, especially for students in Africa and for future innovators?
Mm. Thank you. I think for me, at the end of the day, if we can get our young people, if we can create the environments where we get our young people, the youths to dream and dream big and get to actualize some of these dreams and not just limit themselves to the conventional or the traditional kind of skills, I think to me would have achieved a lot. And so, like you've said, this gap between
Hmm.
us as Africans designing and developing and launching satellites
Absolutely.
has been reduced. So if we can create that enabling environment and make sure that the young people are sensitized to know that they can do it if they have
It
the
can
passion,
happen.
if they're willing to, yes, learn and improve their skills. So for me, it's creating that environment from industry, from academia, from policy, government, I think would have achieved a lot.
Oh my gosh, like you've touched my heart. I love what you said. Dr. Kapanji, Dr. Katamba, I thank you so much for your time and sharing your insights with us today. And I'm really excited for you to have you to be part of our journey at Project Dawn. So once again, thank you so much, and hope to hear from you soon. And thank you once again.
Thank you too, Valerie. And yes, looking forward to this collaboration and partnership. I'm really excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.